Okay, people, we're live. Hello, welcome back to the show. This is GVS, where I talk all things sports. And yeah, we're going to leave it at sports tonight. There's not much pop culture going around other than the fact that the Minecraft movie came out today, which actually, without even planning, I wore a blue shirt, a Steve Blue shirt for the Minecraft movie. And early early predictions and early reviews for that movie show that it's a movie of all time. It's Jack Blacker than ever. It's dog shit. I, my only, without even watching the movie and having seen both trailers and just kind of getting a feel for how that movie is, my thoughts are kind of like, hey, remember how you laughed at Bowser for the Mario movie? What if we have Jack Black do the same thing, except in a Minecraft movie? I think execs have their heads so far up their ass they don't know what to do and how to make a good movie if it slapped them in the face or if they had a shot or an opportunity to do it. That's why I think independent film creators are probably going to be the future of Hollywood, and actors like Henry Cavill who respect the source material, which is why I'm pretty interested in Warhammer. Have I ever played the game? Hell no. I mean, I've played Warhammer Dork Tide, but it's laggy as shit, but the fact that he respects the source material enough to give up on the Witcher project and then go over and change to a new IP, that interests me. And I think that's what the future of Hollywood might be. But that's neither here nor there. That's my media pop culture thought of the day. There's no albums, no music. Because I'm trying to think, did any other songs drop today or albums? Not that I know of. But yeah, Minecraft movie came out. I've heard it sucked. And it's just, why do you put humans in the Minecraft world? Like, Minecraft them. Like, the animation's fine. Like, I think the block formation, like, it looks fine. It looks normal. But, like, transfer that. Make Jack Black look like it's just, that's my only thought, without having even seen the film. But let's jump into it now. No more pop culture. Let's talk a little bit about sports and what we had today. Our biggest news so far is Alex Ovechkin has officially reached the great one, tying his goal record. And I loved, there was a meme or something. Somebody made a meme where everybody's giving praise about his goal and being able to try to catch Wayne Gretzky's record. But it's like, hey, did you ever look at my assist record? And then, like, it shows, it's like that thing where it's like the crazy, like, beefed up, animal beast in the corner, or like a big, huge dark shadow, where it's like, yeah, Gretzky damn near has 2,000 assists, which I don't, the closest one who would be able to even try to touch that record or break it would be Sidney Crosby. I think Crosby probably has maybe, if we're lucky, 5 more decent years. If he just wants to limp through the rest of his career, like, and end on where he just kind of rides into the sunset mediocre, he could probably play till, another decade or so. I think Ovechkin, the biggest surprise actually taken away from this season is, what if Ovechkin breaks the record, wins a cup, and then hangs it up? That would be the biggest. That'd be the biggest crazy announcement. And if I'm predicting this, knock on wood. Hold on, we gotta knock on some wood here. If I predict that and that's how it's gonna end, I'm gonna lose my shit, because I mean, it'd be fitting and it makes sense. Right off into the sunset, right off, 2-time Stanley Cup winner. It'd be pretty badass. So yeah, we got that. We had a little bit of NBA action. We had a little bit of baseball. Today we had some women's basketball going on. The final is set for women's basketball. We got the Final Four tomorrow. So yeah, let's just jump into it. First thing that I want to talk about, let's talk about UConn and how they stunned UCLA this afternoon and moved on to the final. Personally, in my, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think I had South Carolina, TCU, UConn, and UCLA all in the Final Four. Those are my picks. That's not eventually how it worked out. TCU, they didn't go. But yeah, UConn just outshot UCLA, and SC just outmuscled Texas. And so The final is going to be Yukon Huskies against SC Gamecocks. I mean, two legendary coaches of the game. And I'll be honest, I don't know who could win because it's anybody's to win. And it's up in the air. And it's just two blue bloods. Two programs, I would say, like when you think about women's college basketball, there was the Caitlin Clark era where Iowa was, hey, Iowa's Iowa. But Caitlin Clark, like, carried Iowa. Let's not get it twisted. But Coach Mulkey and LSU, like, that solid, decent program. They got eliminated in the Elite Eight this year. But SC, Notre Dame, and UConn are, as far as I know and can remember in recent history, UConn's been the most dominant. But with Coach Staley, SC's kind of slowly climbing up the ranks. But as long as I can remember, since, tuning in here and there, since, sophomore, junior year of high school, it's always been UConn. Like, didn't they win 100 straight games in a row or something? Like, way, way, way back in the day. Lots of years ago. But, so, that's what's going on in the world of lady sports. All right, let's move now to the MLB, and let's talk about some of the games that happened today. The reason why I have Stott on the thumbnail going down to catch a pass is because today Phillies beat the Dodgers 3-2 in Philadelphia. They improved their record to 6-1, handing the Dodgers the first loss. So the 53, 58, whatever 10-0 franchise record that the Dodgers has stays put. Dodgers unable to reach and break that record. It happened on a double play in the top of the ninth. Pitcher struck out Muncy, and then catcher threw it to second for the tag out. And I'm pretty impressed. There's some comments. I'll probably watch the video later when I can set it up where I can screen record the video and give a reaction. But Bryce Harper had some words and had some thoughts on the post game about how, if people are complaining about the Dodgers, they're just losers because they don't understand what's going on. And I kind of agree. Like, the Dodgers are a pretty solid team right now. You look at, hell, right here in my notebook and stuff, I went over all the MLB rosters, from the White Sox to the Giants, and the teams that stand out the most that I wrote down names where it's like, yeah, that is a very familiar name when this person steps up to bat or steps on the bump. I know who's playing here. I know a handful of players from the Yanks, the Astros, the Mets, the Phillies, and the Dodgers. And, I was kind of saying it in my Power Rankings video, but also through the handful of streams that I've had while being a troll and trolling the Dodgers. If you're paying damn near $1 billion, you better have the best roster. Because you're not buying wins, but you're paying to get the talent to have the best. Look at their pitchers, man. Look at the bullpen they got. Yes, Shohei Ohtani, the second he heals up. I think they're going to limit Shohei's pitching ability, and they'll keep him at DH, which, it's up to them. Will they use him as a golden bat when we reach extra innings? Yes, every single time. Look at what happened the other day. He hit a walk-off against the Braves. So I think that the right way is a weird word to use because it's not like, oh, they're doing it the right way, because it's like, what is the right way? But, if you ask me, Dodgers are trying to win now and win as many as they can because the salary cap, I have a feeling maybe in, due time. I got the term from watching a lot of NFL, hey, kick the can down the road. Let's spend money right now. Kick the can down the road. Forget draft picks. Forget, building the farm system. Let's win now. Sometimes if you look at the Rams, it didn't pay off because they've missed the playoffs twice, I think, since their Super Bowl winning year. But with the Dodgers, for example, I think they're trying to spend the money to win now because, the core that has been on this Dodgers team since they lost the World Series back in 2017, they're not getting any younger. And we've seen what has happened with the Astros, where there's kind of been a tale of two three teams more or less: the core of the Yankees, the core of the Dodgers, and the core of the Astros. The Astros was the first to go, and yes, the Dodgers have. Oh gosh, who have they gotten rid of over? They've gotten rid of Jock Peterson. They've gotten rid of Turner. They've gotten rid of is Clayton Kershaw even pitching anymore? Hell, I don't know. But there's going to be a point though when some of these guys retire, and where are their draft picks? Where's their farm system? So I kind of have a feeling like they're trying to cash in now, because once it's over, Dodgers are going to go back to a 20, 30-year drought like how it was before. All right. And within that division, and again, this is a stretch because Pittsburgh's done nothing, but I could see it going back to teams like, the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Padres, someone trying to win it one of those years. But, dude, who knows? I could be wrong. Baseball could turn into a weird thing where the team, it just turns into like a 5-team race where two teams from the AL keep buying everybody out, and 2 teams from the NL keep buying everybody out. That's what the joke is everybody's looking at Paul Skeens right now and they're like, great future Yankee. Well, they have a point, because the MLB doesn't have a salary cap. They're not stopping people. What is stopping the Yankees this offseason from going, Skeens, you know what? Come play with us. We saw Soto went from Washington to the Padres to the Mets, and now, Yankees to Mets. So what baseball is, and that's what's funny, is Mike Trout, one of the best. Look at what kind of team he's sat on, as they're losing right now to Cleveland, 4-8 in the bottom of the ninth. Oh, top of the ninth. Just because you have an all-star player like a Shohei, like a Bryce Harper, Schwarber, Judge, doesn't guarantee a win, because there's still 15 other pitchers in the bullpen. There's still 11 other guys, and they're back at the 45. I think it's a 45-man roster per team, or 35. It's 35 or 45. One guy doesn't make the whole team. Doesn't make or break the whole team. So all right. So Dodgers lose their first one. Red Sox beat the Cardinals 13-9. Guardians right now are on top of the Angels 8-4 in the top of the ninth. White Sox lose to the Tigers 7-4. The Cubs hand the Padres their first loss. So that's it. I don't think there's any more undefeated teams. Hold on. Standings. Wait. Overall, everybody has lost a game. All right. There are no more undefeated teams. And there are no more winless teams either, because I did see that the Braves, so everything has gone full circle now. Because I did see that the Braves did win today. But the Cubs and the Padres their first loss, so they'll improve to 6-4. 7 strong innings, 7 strong Ks versus the Padres. 6 hits, 1 run. 3-1. Mets beat the Blue Jays 5-0. Juan Soto gets a big reception in his Mets home debut. How'd he hit today in his opener? Let's see if there's anything to overreact to. Soto, 4 at-bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI. Okay. Slow day at the office, I guess. The Athletics beat the Rockies 6-3. I did see it was snowing at Coors Field, which is kind of actually pretty cool. I did see that the Yankees beat the Pirates 9-4. Giants beat the Mariners 10-9 in a walk-off. Walk-off win in the 11th. Sick. I'll see some highlights later tonight. Diamondbacks and the Nationals. D-backs get back on winning streak. That's 3rd in a row, I think, because they went 2-1 against the Yankees. But Diamondbacks win 6-4. Braves. There we go. Look at that. Braves 10-0 blank the Marlins. Get back on track winning. Rays beat the O's 8-2. Rangers beat the Rays 5-2. Brewers get a W against the Reds 3-2. The Reds have now lost, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at the standings here. I think the Reds have lost 5 in a row. No, 4 in a row. Colorado has lost 5 in a row. Reds have lost 4 in a row. Hottest teams and coldest teams. Hottest team right now is the Giants. They've won 5 in a row. Phillies have won 4 in a row. This is, of course, coming off of the fact that the Dodgers won 8 in a row, and now, okay, they're on the losing end. But, yeah, hottest team, Giants. Coldest team, Rockies. Interesting. Who has the biggest point differential so far? Plus 26, New York Yankees. It's the Yankees, Padres, and then Dodgers, and then Philly. So 26, 23, 21, 17. Okay, who has the worst point differential? Still the Brewers, and then the Athletics, and then the Pirates. Minus 24, minus 17, and minus 17. Okay. All right. I will say this, though. Brewers can win at home. They're 4-1 at home. They cannot win on the road. They're 0-3 so far. But again, these are overreactions because the season just started. Dodgers have the best record with 8-1, followed by the Padres, and then the Phillies. The worst record team, Atlanta Braves, Washington Nationals, and Colorado Rockies, all sitting with 1 win. 1-6, 1-6, 1-7. Okay. All right. Okay. So that is the MLB. Let's move now to. First off, let's take a swig from the lemonade jug. Yum. All right. Let's talk about what's going on in the NFL. I'm itching. I'm getting real close to doing a. We might do it tomorrow because I made a thumbnail. Let me show you guys the thumbnail. Now that I think about it, let's pull up some images here. Browse. Thumbnail. Here we go. Look at that. We might do a mock draft tomorrow. We might start doing mock drafts tomorrow. And yeah, we'll go from there. But the big thing that people were talking about today, with mock drafts in the NFL is Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter had their pro day for Colorado's showcase. Personally, I don't follow pro days. Draft, NFL combine. Truthfully, I think it's all a little bit overrated. Just because football fans were starving for football because we haven't watched any since January. Now, what I will say, because I think the idea, and I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't matter if it's Shedeur. I mean, I felt the same way about Caleb Williams last year. I felt the same way about Baker. As far as I know, when Baker got drafted in 2018, I don't think Baker threw. But the thing about going to the draft, if you're not going to participate, I kind of have a feeling it's a slap in the face to everybody else who went there, who is competing their ass off. Like Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers, not Cam Ward, Will Howard, Jalen Milroe. The guys that aren't guaranteed to be day one guys or even get drafted. Because there's 35 quarterbacks that are technically eligible in this draft. Like, I'm thinking of Petrus. Do you remember Petrus from Iowa and then he transferred to Utah State? No way in hell that dude's getting drafted. But, that dude would definitely throw at the NFL Combine if he was invited, versus guys like Shador and Cam Ward and others who I've mentioned in the past who go, but they go there just to hang out. So my personal thought on that is just don't go. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the flight. Just stay home. Do other stuff. Keep working out at home. Keep your arm loose. Do workouts at home. And that's why I would say, the pro day is kind of good. Pro day is better in that situation. And the thing that they brought up, which I'm kind of giving credit to Shador, is there were a lot of guys on Colorado that were actually pretty damn good. Because they had a collection of players where it's like, hey, this player's actually pretty good. I'm thinking about big number 77 on the offensive line. Now, there's no showcase stuff for linemen really for pro days, unless you are a Will Campbell from LSU or, oh gosh, who's the other big guy they want out of Alabama? I wrote down his name right here. Will Campbell, Tyler Booker, or Gray Zabel. Gray Zabel from NDSU. Dude, I haven't watched a North Dakota State game ever. Like, even when Carson Wentz went there, even when Trey Lance went there, I didn't watch one. But so, like, the fact that, like, he brought light to that of how, like, there's other players on the defense and offense who didn't get invited who have a shot. Like, hey, let's give them some attention and stuff. It's like, actually that's kind of cool. Like, the NFL media has loved to get the clicks and the ratings from covering Colorado. It's like, yeah, why not showcase all your guys? So that's a pretty cool bro move to cover all the other Colorado athletes. My thoughts though, I haven't watched it. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. No need for a video reaction because they're thrown against air, and I think that if you want to know how a player plays, simply turn on the tape, turn on the highlights, and watch the games. And that's my thoughts on the NFL draft and the NFL Combine and Pro Days. Is you can't really see how well a dude does because it's not game reps, it's not live reps. Like, if you want to know how well, let's use number 49, Darius Alexander, out of top 50 NFL prospects, posted by the NFL. Go watch how Toledo did against Pitt in their Holiday Bowl game. He had a pick six. He was disruptive on the defensive side. Like, go watch the games. Don't look at, here's your 40 time. Here's how much you can bench. Here's how much, you can broad jump or vertical jump. Like, here's your hand size, because your hand size matters. Watch the tape. And that's why I think it's really interesting when, like, out of the top 50 prospects, from Abdul Carter all the way down to Marcus Mbo, I did the stats. I was like, okay, there's 17 guys where I'm like, okay. 4 guys where I was like, it can be a little lower. Like, Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland is not the number 6 overall prospect in this draft. Sorry. Did you watch Michigan's offense this past fall? Dog shit. Their offense had no identity. Alex Orji was pretty mid. So there's 4 guys where I was like, they could be a little lower. There were 6 guys where I like, hey, they can be a little higher. Both of the running backs out of Ohio State, Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. What are they doing around the 30s? Like, these are top running back prospects. They should be a little higher. And then there were 23 where I put question mark because it's like, I'm not watching North Dakota State football, so I have no clue how their linemen are doing. UCLA sucked, so, Carson, the linebacker, Carson Schwiesinger, I have no clue how good he is because the last UCLA game that I can confidently say I watched was when Caleb Williams whooped their ass back in the fall of 2022. If I'm being real. Or Landon Jackson. Yeah, I do know that he played for Arkansas, but then after the Arkansas and Tennessee game in week 5. From week 6 on, didn't watch any more Razorback football games. So it's like, how can I assess how well this player is if like they're not a big name? Like, yeah, Jackson Dart, Luther Burden, Matthew Golden, Emeka Ibuka, Shador Sanders, Michael Williams, James Pierce Jr. Like, because, yeah, if we're looking at these top 50, which this top 50 list, I'm not going to lie, is bullshit anyways. Because, where's Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State? Where the hell's Will Howard? Dylan Gabriel, Quinn Ewers, Cam Scattaboo. It's just, I think it's all opinion based, and so like there's parts of me where it's like, okay, well, I'll give you a mock draft. I'll show you who I think, because yeah, I think right now we're falling into, especially me, where it's rage bait, where it's like, you shitting me? You don't put Cam Scattaboo, but yeah, how can you assess James Pierce Jr. when his last collegiate game, they got dog walked by the Buckeyes in the shoe? Is it all his fault that Tennessee lost that game? No, but he was still on the defense that gave up 40 plus points. So now to double check my, fact check myself, if he sat out that game to get ready for the draft, that speaks whole other volumes of his character, because it's like, dude, you have a playoff game to go play. What the hell? And that leads into transfer portal bullshit and the deadline of that, and sitting out bowl games, because we've been dealing with that issue forever. Like, I think you fix players sitting out of bowl games by getting rid of bowl games that are not important. And then also, when you're signing your NIL deals and your NIL exclusive, like in the fine print, just like how it should be for NHL, NFL, NBA, MLB contracts, the percentage of how much you get back is how much you play. Because if I don't go to work, I don't get paid. Period. End of story. And that's the case a lot of people have made, to simplify it. But yeah, if you got a, like, let's say a $120,000 NIL deal, that's $10,000 every game for 12 games. If you're sitting out one game, that's $10,000 you should not earn. Simple as that. Now, that's a easy math, because nobody's signing like a $12 million NIL deal. Like, that's pretty silly. I don't even think, like, Travis Hunter doesn't even. I think Travis Hunter was in the $4 million range. Anyways, so yeah, we might do that tomorrow. We might do that soon. Of, hey, we need to do some mock drafts, because I'm ready to go. And when I look at teams, like, for example, here we go, because I wrote down the teams and the rosters and stuff. Titans need a quarterback, edge, wide receiver, linebacker, and safety. So for the Titans, for QB, I'll just put, Cam Ward. I don't know when they have their next pick to get an edge, but like, I'll do something where if we run into a team like, okay, the Patriots, number 4 Patriots, their needs an offensive lineman, a wide receiver, a defensive lineman, a running back, and a cornerback. If I see any form of like, hey, they need a lineman, it's like, oh, look at that. I have a list right here of the top 50 prospects where it's like, congratulations, Will Campbell, you are a Patriot. Something like that. Something dumb like that. Because I think Cam Ward and Travis Hunter are a certified lock for top 3 picks, first round guys. But then after that, I think after pick 3, and I've heard this one a lot too, and my thoughts and my insight on it is, Yeah, if Shador's not picked in the top 3, I would not be surprised if he's a day 2 guy. Because Jags don't need a quarterback. Raiders, Jets, Panthers, Saints, Bears. Well, he could fall to 9 and go to the Saints. Because Derek Carr's not going to be there forever. Bears, 49ers, Cowboys, Dolphins, Colts. Colts need a quarterback. Kinda. Falcons don't need a quarterback. They have Penix, Cardinals, Bengals, Seahawks, Bucks. Like that's what the story's kind of been around Shador is, hey, if he's not picked in the top 3, oh boy, good luck. I don't know where you're going, because that's what the media is kind of pushing right now. Is it's Cam, then Shador, then Travis Hunter. Which, fine. If I do my mock-ups, I'll have it be like that, and then we'll go on from there. Because, I mean, I could see the Jags going after another top defensive prospect like Abdul Carter, and then look at that, Jalen Walker and Abdul Carter both waste their career away in Jacksonville, just like Trevor Lawrence. Which the Jags are probably going to have a tough conversation about Trevor Lawrence here pretty soon, because they've done nothing. They've literally done nothing. Their biggest season was when they lost to the Chiefs in the divisional round a handful of years back. So, yeah. All right. So there's that. That's what's going on in the NFL world. We talked about the MLB. Let's go to the NBA, and then we'll finish it with the NHL. How does that sound? Who should win the NBA awards this year? The play-in tournament starting to form. NBA power rankings. What to watch for all 30 teams as the season's end is near. Well, there's about. Let's go to the league here. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 teams that we don't need to give a shit about because they're already eliminated. Pistons have made the playoffs. The Detroit Pistons are going bowling, baby. Division conference. So it looks like the Hawks have. Okay. So PB, what does PB stand for? Clinched play-in. Oh, play-in. So we're going to decide who the 4th play-in team is between Milwaukee or Atlanta. So, yeah, because Cleveland, Celtics, New York. Okay. And then Golden State, they've crept up to the 5th seed after their win tonight versus the Nuggets. And again, that 10-9 seed playing, it's just sitting there for Phoenix to take. But Phoenix just won't reach up and go get it. Because Pelicans, Jazz, Spurs are about to be eliminated. Portland's about to be eliminated. Like, how... Phoenix has lost 5 in a row. Like, Phoenix is going out sad. They really are. But Oklahoma and the Rockets, they've clinched. But yeah, the West, the Wild Wild West, man, they are nobody can move because the play-in, nothing's set in stone. Nobody's getting eliminated because everybody's beating everybody else. Like the Rockets just beat the Thunder tonight. Yeah. Some of the scores tonight. Let's start from the top and work our way down. You know what? Now let's work from the bottom up because the bottom doesn't have. Clippers beat the Mavericks. Lakers beat the Pelicans. Cavs beat the Spurs. The Rockets beat the Thunder, handing the Thunder their 13th loss. This was a margin of 14 points, which is their second largest loss this season. What this is showing me from the Thunder is that they're very beatable and very vulnerable. And I'm going to say it right now. If the Lakers, Nuggets, or Warriors are eliminated within the first handful of rounds, anybody can win the West. Like I could see the Rockets or the Thunder or the T-Wolves, or because when we're going to get to playoff time and playoff prediction mode, I'm taking experience all day. I am taking experience because right now, with how the Warriors sit, yeah, I'm taking the Warriors to beat whoever the hell they play. Now it depends on who they play. Like if they fall down a little bit, they get trapped in that. Oh shit, we gotta play the Thunder. I mean, I could see the Warriors trying to force 7 games against Oklahoma City, but um, I'm kind of feeling we might have a LeBron Curry matchup again or something. I don't know. Okay, let's move on though. So yeah, Rockets beat the Thunder tonight. Um, who had a big game today? Let's see. Can I look at some stats? Let's look at some stats here. Green, he had 34 points. Williams had 33 points. Box score. Anybody else have a big game? Jalen Green with his 34. Pernan Sengun with 31. Amin Thompson with 16. Fred VanVleet with 13. Some points off the bench from Jabari Smith. I'll remember when he was supposed to be the next great one from Auburn, and look at that, he's coming off the bench. Again, I think the NBA, as much as I bag on the NFL draft where it's overrated, the NBA draft is even more overrated because there are guys that were drafted. There are guys that were drafted in the 2023 draft that aren't even playing right now. Hell, Ronnie was just drafted last year, and he can barely find a home in the NBA. He's stuck in the G League, so yeah, it's weird. You'd think they'd be able, like this far into it, be able to gauge how talented basketball players are and who can separate themselves from the rest, but nope. Gilgeous Alexander. Shea had 22 points tonight. Let me see that free throw. Ooh, 2 free throw shots. Shea, you're being too shy, man. Come on. I love the slander that's going around Shea Gilgeous where he foul baits and all that. I think. Oh, Chet Holmgren, 20 points. Okay. But yeah, 111 to 125. Houston wins at home. Which, hey, let's keep this in the back of our mind because if, with how it sits, Rockets at the 2 seed, Thunder at the 1 seed, Thunder have home court. This very well could go 7 games where Houston doesn't lose at home, Thunder don't lose at home, and guess what? We find ourselves in a game 7 in Oklahoma City where I think anything could happen. And determining the winner of that game would determine, well, how the first 6 games play out. Okay, what else? What else happened? Bulls beat the Blazers. Pistons clinched their spot in the playoffs with a win over the Raptors, 117 to 105. The Celtics just dismantled the Suns. Another 20-plus point loss for the Suns. Booker had 37 points, 6 assists. Empty calories, man. Empty calories. These Suns are limping, man. 5 straight losses. 2 to the Celtics, 1 to the Bucks, 1 to the Rockets, and 1 to the Timberwolves. They have the Knicks coming up, and I think the Warriors, and then the Nuggets. And then they have, Knicks, Warriors, no Nuggets, the Thunder, and then the Spurs, and then the Kings. Durant has sat out these past 2 games. He sat out Tuesday, he sat out Friday. He'll sit out Sunday, and his potential return could be on Tuesday against Golden State. But again, dude, that play-in spot, I'm not guaranteeing anything in the play-in tournament either for the Phoenix Suns because, dude, they just don't win. They can't catch a break, and they can't catch a win because they'll get that. Okay, so the Suns, they'll get the 10 seed maybe, okay? Kick the Kings out or kick Dallas out. Probably not Dallas, though. Dallas has a couple wins up on him. Okay, but you kick the Kings out, you steal that 10 seed. Okay, you have to play Dallas. Okay, let's say you get through Dallas. Then you have to either beat the Grizzlies or the Clippers. Not happening. It's just not happening. Um, sorry. Like, the Clippers are a better team. The Clippers have 10 more wins. Um, what else? Just, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Who else won today? Let's keep looking at scores. All right. Pacers beat the Jazz. Kings beat the Hornets. Well, who do the Hornets have come? I mean, who do the Kings have come up? Because, yeah, maybe the Suns don't make it and the Kings get that 10 seed. Cleveland lost. Detroit lost. Denver lost. Clippers lost. And then. Holy shit. Okay, I'm predicting it right now. As much as I've wanted to write off these Suns and banish them to the offseason, where they get rid of Booker, they get rid of Durant, and they go into irrelevancy, the 10 seed will be decided Sunday, April 13th, as the Kings play the Phoenix Suns. That has the makings. That has the makings of it. Because I don't... Because, gosh, we'll know if the Clippers make it by then, and we'll know if Memphis makes it by then, because they're getting in. The teams we're waiting for, as I look at the standings of the West, the teams we're waiting for is we're waiting to see who out of Dallas, Sacramento, and Phoenix, kind of the Trailblazers too, but not really. Because Lakers, Nuggets, Warriors, T-Wolves, they're making it. They're making it. We're Clippers making it. Memphis, they're making it. Out of Dallas, Sacramento, and Phoenix, we're just seeing who that weak link is. We just see who doesn't want it, who... Because, yeah, Trailblazers, Spurs, they're not making it. And with how it sits, I mean, Clippers play the Grizzlies. Give me the Clippers. Okay, Clippers move up. They're the 7th seed. And then Memphis versus the winner of... Like, it's weird, but again, playoff tournament, play-in tournament, like it's inevitable either way. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it matters because we need to know who that 8th seed is. But at the same time, the Grizzlies, I can see the Grizzlies maybe getting the 6 games against the Thunder. I can see the Dallas Mavericks getting swept by the Thunder. I could see the Kings getting to game 5, maybe game 6 against the Thunder. Phoenix, I could see getting to game 5 or 6. So it's, hey, everybody line up who wants to get beat by the Thunder in the first round. Because the Thunder are not going out in the first round. The Thunder are probably a lock to get to the Western Conference Final. The Cavs are definitely a lock to get to the Western Conference Final. I think in both the pro sports that are going on right now, the NHL and the NBA, the 1 seeds on both sides, they're a lock. Like, I think the Jets are locked to get to the Western Conference Final in the West. The Capitals are a lock to get to the Eastern Conference Final in the NHL. And, like, we got locks all around. All right. 2025 Women's Gymnastics Championship. No thanks. I'm okay. Scores. And then tonight, Nuggets and the Warriors, last game of the day. 118-104. Warriors take care of business at home. Steph Curry with a 36-point game. Nikola Jokic 1 assist shy of another triple-double. He had 33, 22, and 9. I think you should give Nikola Jokic the MVP award. Why? Because he's the best gadget player right now in the league. And I really, really, really do. And maybe it's the Russell Westbrook fan in me when he had all his triple doubles. I really think that players that can take over a game by scoring a lot of points, but then also getting his teammates involved, like that's the best stat. Like foul baiting, because I'd compare the argument for Jokic versus SGA as like Westbrook versus Harden. What is more important, making the team around you better or getting your point total? Because yes, Harden in 2017 and 2018 was averaging like 30 plus, 40 plus points a game. He had a lot of 50-point games. But at the same time, how many of those games was Harden foul baiting to get to the line for the Rockets? And I don't think that's as impactful as someone like what Nikola was doing or what Westbrook was doing, getting everybody else involved. I think it's boring ass basketball and it's terrible basketball to watch. All right, let's now move to UFL. Let's talk about the UFL real quick because um, there was one game tonight, and it was the Birmingham Stallions against the Michigan Panthers, and Birmingham absolutely rolled Michigan. They won 21-12. Okay, so Michigan did score some touchdowns, but late in that game, because I think when I started watching it, it was like 12-0. I did see the Deion Kane touchdown. It was a pretty good throw by Matt Corral. I did see that, but then I went and got dinner with my sister, so I didn't see the ending of that game, but I figured that Birmingham was going to win that game. I think Michigan drops now to 1-1. Birmingham is also 1-1. Yep, 1-1. Okay. Gonna be any games tomorrow? Ah, yes, the Showboats and the Defenders, 5 p.m. on ABC and ESPN Plus, and then on Sunday, the Roughnecks will play the Renegades, and the Brahmas will play the Battlehawks. Okay. Again, I'll try to cover this. I mean, I know football. I can talk football. I can cover this. Okay. All right, NHL. Let's move to the NHL now. Took a long time to get there, but here we go. The Red Wings beat the Hurricanes tonight, 5-3, which is funny because the other day when the Capitals lost to the Hurricanes, here come the Red Wings who are trying to fight for that 7-8 seed or something in the East, and it's like, you beat the 2 seed. So again, there's a lot of parity in the NHL, and yeah, home ice is very important. The Red Wings are 6-3 on home ice, and it showed here as they won 5-3. The Blackhawks and the Capitals played. Capitals did win 5-3, and then the Islanders beat the Wild 3-1. So again, Wild are free falling. I don't see the Wild as a guaranteed spot in the West because they are free falling right now. But let's just jump back into the Capitals versus the Blackhawks game. This game, after second intermission, this game was 3-1, and then it was 3-2, and then we go to the third period, which was the best period, which was the historic record-setting, record-tying, just historic period of hockey for Alex Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. Alex Ovechkin has now scored the great one, Wayne Gretzky, with 894 goals. And what was pretty fun is I did a little bit of an emergency stream where it's like, hey, he might get a hat trick here. He might bank number 895, get the record. So we did a little bit of a live stream. We did a little bit of a watch along. He was close. Boy, he was close. What was fun too, and we'll forget about it because, oh, sorry. Let me scratch my eye here. Ooh. Sorry. We'll forget about it, which is fine. But Chicago had an own goal and Ovi was right there. He could have redirected it and put it in. Um, Also, it was interesting to hear this from Sports Center, um, and from the reporter Emily, that the coach wanted to sub Ovi in when the Blackhawks had an empty net, and I thought, okay, here we go, it's an empty netter. Ovi's going to get it, but Ovi was like, nope, I'm going to do it when there's a goalie in the crease, which it's like, hell yeah, here we go. So he gave the rookie an opportunity to get a goal, and the rookie got his first goal of his NHL career. Now, what would be funny is if we fast forward 20 years and it's a passing of the torch where there was a little bit of foreshadowing here. And I was kind of looking at it that way too, where it's like, what if Connor Bedard breaks Alex Ovechkin's record? And it's one of those things, but now the tide turns where who on the Islanders, one of their rookies or one of their first, second year guys who on the Islanders is going to be there when Ovi sets the record, and then in 17, 18 to 20-ish, 25 years when he breaks his record. I don't know. Again, it's longevity. Like, Ovi's been playing hockey as long as I can remember. I've watched him and Sid and Fleury for as long as I can remember. But, yeah. But yeah, he almost had that redirect. That was an own goal. And then, when he did take, because he shot like 3-4 times there at the very end of the game, there was one that hit off of Knight's shoulder and just like went up over the net. It was a good look, and yeah, it was getting nervous there at the very end, because it's like he's gonna get it, and it's only inevitable when he does. Parts of me doesn't want him to get it against the Islanders, because it's like, I don't. Like, it'd be cooler for him to get it in front of Washington fans. But, yeah. It's just me. But let me see who... I think, who did the Islanders... Ooh! Islanders had a little... Ooh! Islanders had a 6-game losing streak there. I want to see who was on net. Goaltending. Oh gosh, we've had Ilya Sorokin, Marcus Hogsberg, Semyon Varlamov, and Jacob Sherrick. There's parts of me that think Ilya Sorokin will be on net for this game. And he allows at least 2, roughly 3 goals a game. Well, in fact, let's just look at the schedule. Let's see who's been on net. Oh gosh. Yeah, let's see who's been on. Okay, it's going to be Sorokin, and here's why. Because Sorokin, it's been, let's just go from March. Sorokin, Hogberg, Sorokin. So Sorokin will play 3-4 games, and then Hogberg will jump back in. So it's going to be Ilya Sorokin against Ovi on Sunday. I think tickets as low as $600. I wonder why. You're witnessing history. I think, yeah, it's definitely going to be. It definitely might be that night. Did Ovi have a game against the Bruins? I want to see his splits. He's leading the team with 41. Dylan Strom has the most points, though, 75. I want to see Ovi. I want to see game by game points. Recent games. Okay. So, in April, Um, oh yeah, he has about a goal a game. Okay, because 2 goals against Chicago, 1 against Carolina, 1 against Boston, 1 against Buffalo. So he is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 game, 4 goal, 4 game, 4 game streak with a goal. Thursday against Fleury, he did not have a goal in their loss. He did have a goal against Winnipeg. He didn't have a goal against, look at that, Sergei Bobrovsky of the Panthers. Damn, I'm getting tired. Sorry, guys. I'm dragging here. Look at that. Darcy Kemper and the Kings. He did not have a goal against them. And again, I'm just guessing this. I don't know who. I'm just looking at the team. I don't know who's actually on net. I'm just looking at, oh, yeah. Minnesota, Florida, Detroit, and the Kings. He didn't have a goal. So, it seems inevitable. It seems inevitable. It seems inevitable that he will score this Sunday and break the record. But again, who knows? Ilya Sorokin could turn into a brick wall, and they're not able to get him. So, I mean, we never know. Dismiss. Okay, so that side's gone. Okay, I just got rid of them. Just got rid of the shorts, and let me fix some things here real quick. All right, guys, we're gonna end the stream here. It's been a fun stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Sorry, this one took a little longer than expected. Got a little sidetracked, but it's all right. Ovi set a record. It's chasing history right now, so that's good. Good for him. Mañana, I want to have my Blues video out. I need to get some pop culture videos out, like Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, and yeah, some things that might come further down the line is and you can see it right there because I wrote it. I freaking wrote it. Come on, focus. I just wrote 3 goals, Ovi, Friday, Sunday, and Thursday. So I know, like, hey, we got to watch some stuff. We're going to be covering series for the MLB. And then, yeah, I got to do my video on the Blues. Suns missing the playoffs, MLB rankings. That's done. There's a lot of movie trailers that have come out, and so I got to review them, such as Naked Gun, Superman, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and yeah, we'll go from there. So that's all out of me. Can't give away all the secrets, but we'll end the stream there, guys. I'll catch you around. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.